folks, Orc's Breath here, back with some more Elder Scrolls Arena. Last time on Arena, we found the first of the two brothers, Mogrus, and solved his riddle and acquired the diamond key. Now, we need to go down to the domain of Kanen and find a different key. You stand before the Halls of Kanen. Now, I'm not sure if I should be expecting the same types of enemies as we saw in the domain of Mogrus. It looks like that might be the case, because we had spiders down there as well. In fact, if we look on the map, yes, this is actually technically the same space. They are just separated by a wall, a quite thick wall, it looks like, and I believe this line down the middle is an unbreakable wall, so we would not be able to move between the domains of Mogrus and Kanen using the pass wall spell or something similar. This lock is an insult to your abilities. Yes. Perks of being a Nightblade. Whoops. I don't recall exactly what the Nightblade's lockpicking effectiveness is. I think 50%. And I'm not entirely sure what that means either, to be perfectly honest. I probably want to drink a couple potions of Restore Power. I wonder if I were to have my spell absorption up, could I absorb my own area of effect spells? That would be incredibly broken and overpowered if I could. And I immediately regret falling into this hole. You know what, let's give it a try. No, I want set Spell Drinker, and now make sure I am nice and close, and Mage Blast. Ah. Oh, that one did not absorb. That means it hit my shield. But that at least answers that question. What is my absorb chance, actually? I can drop the katana. It's not going to be worth selling. I'm not sure why I picked that up, actually. Oh, what am I doing scrolling through equipment? I should be in Spellbook. So, Spell Drinker. 12 plus 6 per level. That's... yeah, that should be firing most of the time. But evidently is not 100%, and I'm not doing the full mental arithmetic to actually, you know, figure out the exact chance, but again, these tunnels are surprisingly well lit. Oh, zombies? Oh, my invisibility is off. Now I wonder, did that fail to kill that zombie, although it killed that zombie, because it didn't hit him? Or because the zombie just spawned with different max health? Because I believe enemies have variable max health. I doubt my ability to open this lock, but what was odd? I heard the lock open and the floor changed. How peculiar. I don't think that it was supposed to happen. I think I should like to be invisible, yes. Ah. And there is a zombie. Surprisingly resilient. I don't know. There's not really. I don't really know much about necromancy. It's pretty much illegal in Morrowind. I say pretty much illegal. There are exceptions, like ancestral tombs will often have disgraced ancestors will be reanimated to guard their family's tombs. But it's not really... Oh, we're back at the start. But it's not really, like, you know, bad necromancy, because... You know, it's not... You're not really dishonoring the spirits of the dead, because... Well, first of all, it's only those who are already dishonored who get reanimated as bone walkers and the like. And then they are acting in service of the ancestors. They're protecting the tombs. So that's like the one... Oh. Actually, I'm going to command area. The guy behind him was not paralyzed, evidently. But yeah, Ancestral Tombs is the one place in Morrowind where you can legally have undead. And morally, obviously. I mean, it's temple sanctioned. Now, which way are we going? I think we should explore to the north. Got some gold bracelet I cannot carry. I have reached my carrying capacity, I believe. most of these bracelets and trinkets are more or less useless. I must admit, I am not a huge fan of the trolls. But it looks like this is not where I need to be, probably. I am assuming that, what was his name? Kanen will have another, riddle. Just like his brother did. A riddle and a key. That seems to be fairly standard with these, the ancient places of the arena. You know, spirits with riddles that... It's rather an odd way of guarding whatever is being kept down here. Because, well, so far the riddles haven't been particularly difficult. And I'm not entirely sure who they're supposed to be protecting against, because it's not like having a password where only someone who's in the know and authorized to be in these places would know the answer. It's, you know, they provide the information necessary to solve the riddle. Anyone can figure it out if they put their mind to it. So it's not going to be an effective way of keeping out tomb robbers and the like. Yes. Oh, this looks... I see a key. I see a ghost, a wraith, rather. I am the brother Kanen, who holds the secret of life. Not a more cunning riddler twixt ocean and fife. Answer me this question, O foolish mortal from above, or join my eternal task, born of duty and love. 2 bodies have I, though both joined in one. The more I stand still, the quicker I run. What is thy answer? Well, I'm afraid I actually already know the answer to this one. I've heard this riddle before. It is, in fact, an hourglass, I believe, because, you know, 2 bodies, there's the 2 halves of the glass, joined in one. The more it stands still, the quicker it runs. You know, if you leave an hourglass still, it'll run out, but if you turn it over, it'll not run out as quickly, because that's how hourglasses work. So, yeah, matches the description he's giving. Hourglass. I am free to fly the wind after an eternity of sickness and sin. As reward for setting me free, the cell next to this holds your sapphire key. Can I have key? I would like to pick it up. Yes, you have found a sapphire key. Well, that was... yes, that was fairly straightforward. And I see treasure. I also see that my light spell is out. I'm not sure I really need it here. It's fairly well lit, but I don't know, it's nice. You would be challenged by this lock. Oh shit. I hear spooky noises. I hear hellhounds. I see hellhounds. I would appreciate it if the hellhounds would, yes, throw fireballs at me and destroy themselves with the with their own fireballs. That was actually quite fun. That was, yeah, got me back up to essentially full spell points, and I am still shielded. I don't know that I actually took any damage there. I think yes, I believe I did not actually take a scratch. Ha. Now, it would seem I am getting lost in these horrid tunnels. See, that's why I don't like those. They look like they're going to be straightforward, and then they are a convoluted mess. But here is the way back up. And now that we have both the keys, it should be fairly straightforward to, yes, to get the staff fragment. And I realized that I did not actually read the full story of the two brothers last time I was in this corridor. I didn't actually notice it until the end of the hallway. So, this is the tale of two brothers who sought the secret of life. They ventured into this Labrynthian, weary from war and strife. The first was Kanen the Elder, a strong and cunning man. He quested for riches and jewels, yet found fate had other plans. The second was Mogrus the Dim, and few knew what he was worth. They saw only the lumbering giant, not the child who was blessed at birth. The few they told of their plans begged them to desist at their feet, but the brothers would test this puzzle of the north, for till then they had known no defeat. This is the tale of two brothers who failed the secret of life, forever held by 2 riddles which led to the prize, and a wit as cunning, as sharp as a knife. Yes, so it sounds like they were here searching for the secrets of Shalador, and were unable to solve those incredibly easy riddles, and were cursed to the haunting form that we saw them in. And this, yes indeed, this looks promising. Kanen the Wise holds more to be seen, a key and a riddle, and a test in between. To get past this portal, a feat done by few, search for the brother behind door number 2. Yes, well I've already done that. You open the door with a sapphire key, and find therein... Here lies the final portal, the doorway to life. What force and strength cannot get through, I with a gentle touch can do, and many in these twisted halls would stand, were I not as a friend at hand. Now this riddle I do not already know. I'm sure I've heard it before at some point, but... What force and strength cannot get through, I with a gentle touch can do. And many in these twisted halls would stand were I not as a friend at hand. Now, my first thought is who would be standing in these twisted halls, but is not? And why not? So it's... Yes, I'm going to have to have a bit of a think here. Yes. What force and strength cannot get through, I with a gentle touch can do, and many of these twisted halls would stand were I not as a friend at hand. This kind of sounds like it's, you know, one of those... Is this, I don't think they're going for time, because I know that is a riddle of... That is a fairly common riddle, is, you know, the thing that, you know, time slowly wears down everything, and... But I don't think that's it. I'll give it a try, because I've heard variants of it, but it's not this riddle. Oh, indeed not. Kind of reminded me of... Yes, thou hast answered in haste and truly erred, but evidently not opened the door to a bunch of cells full of spiders or anything, so... Okay, so it's good to at least eliminate that option. I didn't think that was it. I think that... Did we already have a riddle? It was time. Or am I remembering it from something else? So what force and strength cannot get through, I with a gentle touch can do. So... I'm not sure. And many in these twisted halls would stand were I not as a friend at hand. So it is a friend to someone. Who's it a friend to? Because there are many who do not stand because of it, which makes it sound hostile, sound like it's destroying, killing. So who is it a friend to? Okay, so I must confess I cheated here because, yeah, I went and looked it up because this is not entertaining content, watching me struggle to solve this riddle. Apparently the answer is key. That does not make sense to me. I mean, the first half does. What force and strength cannot get through, I with a gentle touch can do. Well, we've used several keys to open doors here. We've used 2 of them here in Labrynthian. But then the second half, many in these twisted halls would stand were I not as a friend at hand. Well, since the keys are keeping us out, not in, we wouldn't be here if we didn't have the keys. In fact, we only are able to stand in this particular twisted hall because the keys were at hand. Without the keys, we'd... I don't know. This isn't a prison. Nobody was trapped in here, and nobody used keys to escape from here. I used the keys to enter here, so that kind of the opposite of that is true, but apparently that is the answer. Thou art worthy of Shalador's prize. The second piece of the Staff of Chaos awaits. Yeah, I normally wouldn't cheat on those riddles, but as I say, that's just not interesting. Because I'm not doing anything there. You're not gonna see anything. Oh, whoa, fuck, where did you come from? Shit, where is... Yes, protection. Spell Drinker. Of course, I cast my Spell Drinker when he's bloody finished casting spells. Okay. Ring of Healing. Oh, that healed quite a bit. And a couple of potions just to see us out. But yeah, there is nothing interesting about watching me sit there silently trying to puzzle out a riddle that doesn't actually work. The second piece of the Staff of Chaos burns brightly with cold fire as it touches the first piece. They meld together perfectly. And we are one step closer to defeating Tharn. Now it's not exactly a difficult task to make our way out of the Labrynthian. shall travel to Dunbar Wall. Is the nearest town, 3 days away. You have arrived in the village of Dunbar Wall in Skyrim Province. The date is Fredas, 11th of Sun's Height in the year 3rd Era 390. It took 3 days to reach your goal. The village of Dunbar Wall seems quiet, unaware of your arrival. The people here seem very friendly. And the fog is very dense. I think what we need to do here is find a Mage's Guild. Where is Mage's Guild? Oh, you'll find that northwest of here. And, ooh, let's put our detail back up because we turned that down because it was lagging in Labrynthian, and now it's running a bit too fast out here. So yes, identify things, sell things. I can't say I'm a fan of this fog. It is, for all I know, I've walked past the Mage's Guild, like right past it, because I could barely see anything at all. Oh, no, here it is. The Mage's Guild. You enter the Mage's Guild, its gloomy interior not much different from the iron-grey, overcast sky outside. At least you silently think the snow isn't falling. Around you are arcane implements and mystical apparati. You feel a slight tingling on your skin. And let's check and see how am I doing for potions. 66 potions of restore power, that should be plenty, especially with our spell absorption. Resist fire, 18, resist cold, resist shock. Yes, I think we are reasonably well stocked. Now, detect magic. 255 gold. Crystal of Stamina, not exactly useful. 294 for a Crystal of Wanderlight, that is definitely going. 307. I do wish it would actually say, like in the text pop-up there, what it is, rather than having to go find it. Crystal of Far Silence. Well, I like my opponents casting spells at me so I can absorb them, so that's probably going to go. Bracers, that is a pricey one. 459. Bracers of Wanderlight? Really, that much for bloody Wanderlight? 896. This had better be something good. What even was that? Was that a ring? A ring of Wizard's Fire? 1578. Whew. What in Vivek's name was that? Ring of Pitfall? That's interesting. I have never used Pitfall. That might be interesting in some niche situations. I kind of feel like Pitfall might be interesting if I were using archery as a Nightblade, I mean. Yeah, or even not, because if I were using archery and, you know, primarily ranged combat, then Pitfall creates pits, those dark kind of lower tunnels that I absolutely hate when they're in dungeons. Pitfall creates those. An archer might benefit from that. I wonder. That might be interesting. But usually enemies come up to you so fast you wouldn't have a chance to cast Pitfall. Anyway, let's continue identifying things. Bracelet of Agility. This is going to be a trash bracelet because it was only 30. Yes, Elven bracelet. Belt. Torque. Amulet and... Oh, that is expensive. What was that? Ebony Amulet. I think that is the best amulet I've got. Yeah, I'm wearing a Mithril Amulet, which is -3. Ebony Amulet is -5. So that is significantly improved defense. Also, Cure Paralysis. I have this well over 100%. So I actually am going to delete this. Whoa, that is blue. That feels wrong. That feels like this is either bugged or placeholder interface art. Or maybe they just want to, like, really call attention to this because you're about to delete a spell from your spellbook. But yes, I can make a cheaper version of that. So I am level 14. So let's make a... Where was it? Cure Paralysis. And I want this to work out to a little bit under 100, so I can keep using it for a few levels after. But I want it to be at least... I think at least 80%. Let's shoot for 80%. I think the base chance can probably stay where it is, unless... So increasing that goes up by... Okay, base chance increases it by a lot less, which makes sense. So if I put that at 10... And... So... This is getting multiplied by 14, so 14, 24, that's like 50, this is probably around, Let's try, what is that? That's 50 and 20, I'm far worse at arithmetic than I ought to be. Or at least mental arithmetic. If I'm writing it out, but I can't, like, mentally keep track of all the numbers all that well. It's not my strong suit. But this is 70. That, I think. Yes, and the casting cost is 14. Actually, if I were to bump that up to give me an extra 5%, casting cost 16, yeah. And this is Cure Aral. This. And I also want a pass wall spell that only takes down one wall, because I rarely need multiple walls. So destroy wall? Just the one? That's only 14 as well. Wow, that is... Yes, this can be lesser pass wall. And I've not been using my lockpick skill. I completely forgotten about it. So this, what is the chance on this? Looks like 75%. So that does not need a new version. Now let's go and sell some things. Excuse me, where is the nearest store? Here, give me your map, Alarne Igmisen says. I'll show you how close you are. Well, directly north. That is convenient. Yes, new merchandise. New merchandise is a refuge from the windy summer day. It's summer? Blimey, I hate Skyrim. Anyway, in the display case and all along the walls are supplies and weaponry for sale. And we are selling these sabers and the Crystal of Wanderlight for 1,000 things. Get the hell out of here, or give me a real price I can pay. You ain't dealing with a moron. Well, in that case, 825. I gotta make a profit, kid, but tell you what, how about 780? How about 800? Not bad, kid, but that Crystal of Wanderlight is a bit warm. Let's say 790 gold instead. Alright. Great, kid, you won't be sorry. Alright, now let's finish up. Well, let's not finish up, because I've got a lot more stuff I want to sell. Far Silence for start. And, I don't think I really need to... Well, I'll haggle a little. 825. Gotta make a profit, kid. But tell you what, how about 796 gold? How about 815? Not bad, kid, but that Crystal of Far Silence is a bit worn. Let's say 805 gold instead. That sounds reasonable. Bracers of Wanderlight, that... Yes. Pretty nice Bracers of Wanderlight, though it's been through a lot. I'm thinking... 1,148 gold for it, okay? I think 1,375 gold. Not bad, kid, but that bracer is a bit worn. 1,261 instead. 1,291. That's what the Bracers of Wanderlight cost new. I'll buy for 1,276 gold. Deal? Yeah, fair enough. Now, I think maybe I should keep that Crystal of Stamina. I've been running a little low on stamina. Couldn't hurt. Actually, what am I talking about? I should make a spell to restore stamina. It's gonna be dirt cheap. But I'll hang on to the crystal for now. Bracers of Sanctuary. Oh, that's equipped. I've never used it. It's 1,218, 1,400, 1,309. I say 1,380, 1,344, 1,367, 1355. Yes. Ring of Shocking. 2156. 2800. 2750. That was... Sorry, I meant to say 2750, no, 3750. 2700? 2657, yeah, that'll do. And we've got some bracelets. Bracelet of Agility, I won't bother haggling. Bracelet, yes, Elven Bracelet, that is so cheap, I definitely won't bother haggling. 93. Elven Belt. What am I... I've got extra... Oh, I should have put on my Belt of Personality. Oh well. And... yes, a couple Mithril Amulets for about 400 each. Yes. And let's see if... Now, of course he doesn't have any good weapons. Do you have... Which pauldron am I missing? I'm missing a... Actually, I don't think I need to be spending money on pauldrons. I'm sure I will find some eventually. And yes, that I think will do it for today. We have found the second piece of the Staff of Chaos. I'd say that's pretty good going. I think our next step will be to await word from Ria Silmain. Hopefully we will hear from her in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, click the like button, or click the dislike button if you didn't. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time.